Royal history revealed. Charles and Kate's families once worked together. Against cancer, a century-old bond rediscovered in time of personal trials. Few stories capture the quiet poetry of history quite like this one. King Charles III and Catherine, Princess of Wales, now share more than a royal title, a family and a shared experience of cancer. Their family trees, separated by generations and geography, once converged in a common cause more than 100 years ago. In 1925, two determined men from very different aristocratic circles joined forces to establish the Yorkshire Council of the British Empire Cancer Campaign. That organisation, now part of the mighty Cancer Research UK, represented one of the earliest organised efforts in Britain to confront a disease that science barely understood at the time. The King's great-uncle, Henry Lascelles, then Viscount Lascelles, and later the 6th Earl of Harewood, became the Council's first president. Serving as his vice president was Sir Charles Lupton, the great-great-great-uncle of the Princess of Wales. Australian historian Michael Reid stumbled upon the connection while researching the centenary of the campaign, while browsing online archives related to Castle Howard, the Grand Yorkshire seat of the Lascelles family. He noticed both names listed as founding officers. The discovery felt deeply poignant to him. Here were two aristocratic men who could easily have remained distant. Mr. Reid explained in an interview with The Telegraph. Instead, they chose to roll up their sleeves and campaign hard for a cause that terrified most people and baffled most scientists in 1925. Sir Charles Lupton, a prominent Leeds businessman and philanthropist, was already 70 years old when he accepted the vice presidency. He initially felt he was too old for the responsibility. Yet he agreed because he believed so passionately that a cure for cancer had to be found without delay. His commitment spoke volumes about the urgency he felt. Viscount Lascelles, meanwhile, brought the weight of his title and the influence of one of Britain's oldest noble families. Together they helped lay the foundations for sustained fundraising, public education and support for early research efforts. After Viscount Lascelles stepped down, another royal figure stepped forward. Princess Mary, the King's great-aunt, daughter of King George V, and Queen Mary, took over the presidency and held it with dedication and dignity until her death in 1965. Her long stewardship ensured the cause remained close to the heart of the royal family for decades. The revelation arrives at a moment of profound personal resonance. King Charles III disclosed his own cancer diagnosis in February 2025 following treatment for an enlarged prostate. The Princess of Wales announced her diagnosis in March 2025. After abdominal surgery initially described as non-cancerous. Both have faced their illnesses with remarkable openness and courage. Catherine completed preventative chemotherapy and declared herself cancer-free in September 2025, though she continues monitoring. The King has undergone regular treatment and, in January 2026, announced he would scale back his schedule to focus on recovery. Their shared experience has touched millions and sparked widespread conversations about early detection and resilience. Michael Reed believes the historical link will only strengthen their determination to keep championing the cause. This new knowledge of both families having an historically strong connection to cancer research will add to the king and princess's resolve to continue fighting the disease with the dignity that so many around the world have admired, he said. The Yorkshire Council was far ahead of its time. In 1925, cancer remained a subject rarely discussed openly. Many scientists viewed it as incurable. Public fear often led to silence rather than action. Yet these two men, supported later by Princess Mary, refused to accept defeat. They organized events, solicited donations and built alliances that slowly shifted attitudes and laid groundwork for modern research. The British Empire Cancer Campaign evolved over the decades, merging with other bodies to become Cancer Research UK, now one of the world's leading cancer charities. To mark the centenary, the charity published a special booklet titled, "A Century of Saving Lives." It chronicles the journey from small regional beginnings to a global force advancing prevention, diagnosis and treatment. A grand centenary ball held at Castle Howard celebrated the milestone, bringing together supporters, researchers and survivors. The event also provided the setting for Mr. Reed's serendipitous discovery. The historian, who lectures at Elam College in Victoria, Australia, described the find as both surprising and deeply moving. He noted that the king and princess had long been aware of various overlapping charitable interests between their families, but he doubted they knew that cancer research and advocacy had once been the chief philanthropic focus of two ancestors. The timing of the revelation feels almost providential. In early January 2026, King Charles released a powerful video message as part of Channel 4 and Cancer Research UK's Stand Up to Cancer campaign. Speaking from personal experience, he addressed viewers directly. "I know from my own experience that a cancer diagnosis can feel overwhelming," he said with characteristic sincerity. "Yet I also know that early detection is the key. That can transform treatment journeys, giving invaluable time to medical teams and, to their patients, the precious gift of hope." He asked the nation to hold in their hearts, minds and prayers the hundreds of thousands diagnosed each year, and the millions who care for them. The king praised the community of care, the nurses, doctors, researchers and volunteers who work tirelessly every day. Yet he also shared a concern that has troubled him deeply. At least 9 million people in our country are not up to date with the cancer screenings available to them. That is at least 9 million opportunities for early diagnosis being missed. He warned that delayed diagnosis carries stark and tragic consequences. Within the first 48 hours after the message aired, more than 100,000 people visited Cancer Research UK's new online screening checker tool. The surge demonstrated the extraordinary influence that comes when a respected figure speaks from lived experience. The rediscovered collaboration between the Lassells and Lupton families serves as a quiet but powerful reminder that the fight against cancer has deep historical roots in determination, partnership and hope. It shows how past courage can quietly echo through time and inspire present-day resolve. For King Charles and the Princess of Wales, this connection adds another layer of meaning to their ongoing advocacy and personal journeys. What began in 1925 with two men confronting an almost unbeatable foe now resonates across a century, linking their ancestors' efforts with their own dignified stand against the same disease. In an age of rapid scientific progress and greater openness, the story reminds us that progress against cancer has always depended on persistence, collective will, and the courage to face difficult truths head-on. 100 years later, the legacy endures. Two families, once united in a Yorkshire council room, remain bound by a shared mission that transcends time, title and even the boundaries of royal lineage. The fight continues, and history proves it has never been fought alone.